Hey, Patriots Nation! We're back with another exclusive update on everything happening in New England. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button so you never miss any breaking Patriots news. A wave of tension is sweeping across New England after an alleged ultimatum involving Drake May, the young quarterback who has become the centerpiece of every heated conversation surrounding the franchise's uncertain future. Rumors have surfaced claiming that May sent a clear and dramatic message to influential figures within the organization, supposedly declaring that if a certain high-profile player walks through the locker room doors, he is ready to pack his bags and look for a new home. The idea of such a bold stance from someone so early in his professional journey has caught fans completely off guard, igniting debates from fan forums to sports radio stations and even spreading to wider national circles. Many insiders are whispering that this is more than typical off-season drama, suggesting that May's statement could reflect deeper issues simmering beneath the surface. The supposed ultimatum has landed like a thunderclap in a team that has already been navigating through identity changes, coaching shifts, and an ongoing struggle to redefine its culture after years of stability. For many supporters, May represented the fresh beginning, the promising arm that could pull the franchise toward a new era of competitiveness. Hearing that he might be ready to walk away, not because of performance issues, but because of rumored locker room dynamics, has stirred genuine anxiety. Fans who once viewed May as a calm, grounded personality are now wondering what could have pushed him toward such an intense reaction. Some believe it might be fear of losing his leadership status. Others think it's frustration over persistent speculation tied to veteran arrivals, personalities that might overshadow a young quarterback still working to establish himself. What makes the rumor even more electrifying is the identity of the alleged incoming player. Although no name has been confirmed, whispers point toward a star with a dominant presence, someone used to controlling huddles and influencing offensive schemes. If this mystery figure truly stands on the brink of joining the roster, it is easy to understand why May might feel cornered. Young quarterbacks often face enormous pressure, and sharing the spotlight with a more established leader could challenge his development timeline. Analysts are questioning whether this supposed emotional flare-up signals insecurity or simply competitive fire. But either way, the narrative has taken on a life of its own and refuses to calm down. Inside the fan base, discussions have grown more intense with each passing hour. Some supporters are defending May, arguing that a quarterback must assert himself early to avoid being pushed aside by star power politics. They say his ultimatum, if real, reveals a strong internal compass and a willingness to fight for his future. Others claim that such a dramatic statement feels premature and even reckless, potentially painting him as a player who folds under pressure rather than thriving in it. This divide has created a strange mixture of support, skepticism, and fascination, as everyone tries to decipher what truly sparked the alleged confrontation behind closed doors. In the middle of all this noise, insiders are reporting that certain teammates are quietly rallying behind May, sensing that the young quarterback might be feeling overwhelmed by constant roster speculation. These players supposedly fear that bringing in another loud, superstar personality could disrupt the developmental environment the team has been working to build. Still, voices within the organization appear divided. Some decision-makers reportedly believe that competition is the key to elevating performance, while others worry that forcing tension at such an early stage might stunt May's growth. The clash of philosophies adds yet another layer to an already swirling cloud of rumors. As the story spreads across social media and sports networks, the biggest question remains unanswered. Is this ultimatum real, or is it simply one more dramatic twist created by insiders looking to stir the pot during a slow period? Even without confirmation, the rumor alone has become powerful enough to shape public perception. Fans now look at May differently, imagining him as someone unafraid to make demands. Whether this is a sign of rising confidence or a signal of deeper instability, the franchise finds itself caught in the middle of a narrative storm that could influence upcoming decisions in unpredictable ways. The second wave of speculation surrounding Drake MAYE'S alleged ultimatum has shifted the narrative from simple rumor to something resembling a full-blown psychological drama unfolding within the organization. Sources close to the situation, though unnamed and unverified, insist that May felt blindsided by discussions involving a possible veteran arrival, especially one known for commanding immediate respect and grabbing the steering wheel of any offense he joins. The idea that the team might consider bringing in someone with such influence may have triggered an emotional reaction in the young quarterback, who has spent considerable time trying to cement his status as the face of a rebuilding project. That emotional response, whether strategic or spontaneous, is what insiders claim sparked the fiery ultimatum that has now dominated sports conversations everywhere. Observers are beginning to craft their own interpretations of May's supposed threat. Some argue that this is simply a young leader flexing his voice in a league where players must assert boundaries early or risk losing ground. They view his rumored declaration as a protective measure meant to maintain stability in a role that is notoriously fragile. Others interpret it as a sign of immaturity, suggesting that a true franchise cornerstone would welcome competition rather than push back against it. Regardless of which narrative fans choose to believe, the situation has become a reflection of the broader pressure placed on young quarterbacks, trying to succeed in environments constantly reshaped by media speculation and internal organizational decisions. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, there are hints that the coaching staff is frustrated by how quickly the situation has spiraled. Reports describe an environment where every whispered conversation becomes fuel for dramatic headlines, leaving coaches and executives scrambling to rebuild trust with their young signal caller. Some insiders suggest that the organization has made quiet efforts to reassure May, emphasizing that any discussions about adding personnel are focused on improving the overall roster, not diminishing his role. Yet the rumors persist, creating an awkward tension where even supportive gestures are met with public doubt, leaving fans to wonder what the truth really looks like. The potential arrival of the mystery player continues to hover over the entire situation like a shadow, refusing to disappear. Analysts speculate that this player could bring a level of experience the team desperately needs, but that experience might come packaged with a personality powerful enough to change the entire dynamic of the locker room. If May genuinely fears being overshadowed or losing control of the offensive strategy he has been studying intensely, then his rumored ultimatum might represent a deeper concern about how the franchise plans to build around him. Every quarterback wants clarity, and a lack of it can create emotional storms even in the most composed athletes. Fans, meanwhile, are embracing the drama with the enthusiasm of people watching a season finale unfold in real time. Some online communities have spun the rumor into elaborate narratives involving hidden tensions, power struggles, and behind-the-scenes disagreements. Others prefer to believe that the entire story is exaggerated and that May remains fully committed with no intention of leaving. Yet the fact that the rumor exists at all points to a larger issue. The team's identity remains unsettled, its leadership structure fragile, and every decision carries the potential to provoke unexpected reactions. For a franchise seeking stability, the constant swirl of speculation can feel like quicksand. As the story continues expanding, one truth becomes clear. Whether the ultimatum is real or purely manufactured drama, it has transformed the way people talk about Drake Lee May. Once viewed strictly as a rising star learning the ropes, he is now portrayed as someone willing to draw lines, take risks, and defend his place with surprising boldness. How the organization responds to this perception could shape not just his future, but the entire trajectory of the team. For now, the rumor lingers like a storm cloud waiting to break, leaving fans, analysts, and insiders wondering whether the situation will escalate, dissolve, or twist into something nobody expects next. The third wave of this unfolding saga surrounding Drake Lee May has taken on an almost cinematic atmosphere, as if each new rumor adds another twist to a storyline nobody expected to become so layered. The latest whispers floating through league circles suggest that May's supposed ultimatum may not have been a sudden outburst, but rather the culmination of a long buildup of tension that he has been silently carrying. According to those claiming inside knowledge, May has felt the weight of constant comparisons and expectations pressing down on him since the moment he stepped into the facility. That pressure, combined with talk of bringing in a powerful veteran presence, may have created the emotional spark that ignited the rumor now dominating conversations. Whether this is truth or fiction, the idea that May has been quietly battling internal frustrations adds new depth to his perceived motivations. Another rumor gaining traction paints a picture of a young quarterback who feels that his voice is still not fully heard within key strategic discussions. Some insiders claim that May has been advocating for certain offensive adjustments, pushing for modern concepts he believes could elevate the team's play. However, if those efforts were frequently brushed aside, it could explain why the possibility of a veteran coming in to take even more influence felt like a tipping point. From this perspective, the ultimatum becomes less about fear of competition and more about a desire to protect the vision he has been trying to build. For supporters who see May as a future leader capable of reshaping the franchise's direction, this interpretation offers a more sympathetic angle. Yet another thread of speculation focuses on the mysterious player at the center of this entire storm. Some sources insist that the individual in question is not merely a veteran quarterback or a dominant offensive personality, but a figure known for strong opinions, heavy demands, and a history of clashing with younger talent. If that rumor is true, it becomes easier to imagine why May might feel threatened by the prospect of sharing the locker room with someone capable of pulling influence away from him instantly. Even if May did not intend to issue a literal ultimatum, the possibility that he expressed discomfort in a blunt and emotional manner is enough for insiders to spin it into something more dramatic. That is often how rumor mills turn sparks into wildfires. Behind closed doors, however, another interpretation is emerging from silent corners of the organization. Some suggest that the front office may be the true source of the leak, using the rumor to gauge public reaction before making any major personnel decisions. If that were the case, then May might not have issued any ultimatum at all. Instead, he could be discovering the drama at the same time as everyone else, silently observing how fans interpret his supposed stance. Such a scenario creates an entirely different narrative, one where May becomes a victim of political maneuvering rather than the initiator of conflict. It raises questions about trust, transparency, and how far the organization is willing to go to test its own fan base. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Your support helps us bring you the latest updates on the New England Patriots. And of course, drop your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from Patriots fans. Meanwhile, fans continue to dissect every detail with the intensity of detectives searching for clues. Some have created elaborate theories connecting the rumor to recent interviews, subtle body language shifts, and even the tone of May's interactions with teammates during public events. Others insist that the entire saga is an exaggerated story fueled by unnamed insiders looking for attention. Yet the more people discuss it, the more real it feels, even without confirmation. That is the power of speculation. It fills the silence with meaning, whether accurate or mythical. For May, this means his reputation is being shaped not only by his performance, but by the perception of how he handles potential threats to his role as the team's future. As part 3 of this ongoing drama settles into the public narrative, the uncertainty surrounding the situation grows thicker. Is the ultimatum a real line drawn by a young quarterback searching for respect? Is it a misinterpreted conversation inflamed by gossip? Or is it a calculated tactic by decision-makers testing reactions before finalizing roster changes? Whatever the truth may be, the rumor has become a living character in its own story, reshaping May's image and influencing conversations that stretch far beyond New England. And with whispers suggesting that more developments may be on the way, fans are bracing themselves for whatever twist comes next in this unpredictable saga. Ultimately, the rumor of Nick Chubb joining the Patriots underscores the unpredictable excitement of NFL offseason speculation. From strategic innovation to roster implications, from fan excitement to league-wide repercussions. The mere possibility of this move has generated waves of conversation, debate, and imaginative projections. Analysts, commentators, and insiders are dissecting every angle, attempting to forecast the outcome and its potential impact on the AFC and beyond. The rumor fuels anticipation for a franchise that thrives on transformation, calculated audacity, and the pursuit of elite performance. While no confirmation exists, the narrative surrounding Chubb and the Patriots continues to captivate the football world, suggesting a story of suspense, ambition, and transformative potential that embodies the thrill of speculation in professional sports. That's it for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving fresh and exclusive Patriots news, make sure to subscribe and hit like. We always appreciate hearing your opinions in the comments. See you in the next one, Patriots Nation.